the three of us have been in Uganda. Well, me and Vivian were born and raised in Uganda, and then relocated here in the US. I live in Colorado. She lives in
North Carolina.
I was going to say South, so thank you for that. And then Sam also lived in Uganda for close to 4 years, 3 years?
3 years, yeah.
3 years, and he's back here in the US. So we're just basically sharing our experience, what we miss and what we miss but don't really miss, like back home. And so this is just gonna be a chit chat and just a fun something to talk about. So let us know what you think. If you have also lived somewhere else and you miss Uganda and you miss some of these things we share, just leave us a comment. So let's jump into it. So we're going to begin with Sam.
The things I miss about Uganda probably are some of the things you both miss. But I really miss the free lifestyle in the way that you kind of can just start the day without any plans. Here in the US, we are all about plans and schedules and times. But in Uganda, you get on a boat, you go into town, maybe you run into people, you buy food, you decide to cook that food later, maybe you run into somebody on the way home.
And then you just chat and then it becomes a whole different random story.
It's just so interesting, and the days you don't know what is going to happen or what to expect. So it's really exciting.
Luna, can you turn down the volume, darling?
I can't see you.
Turn the volume down. Okay.
Thank you.
And then we're going to Vivian.
I can't hear the volume.
Well, the things I miss about Uganda. Funny thing, I miss street food.
You made street food.
I miss street food. I miss eating chapati. You know, there's always that one random guy who makes for you your chapati.
The chapati and the Rolex.
You just have to go to him at the roadside and say, man, make for me this. There's always reliable street food.
Street food.
Your turn.
Okay, I miss so many things. First of all, I miss my family, I miss my friends. That is a constant which I have to live by every day. But I think what I miss mostly is that communal kind of living, like having that community of knowing that your neighbor has your back, like your I mean, sometimes it depends also how good you are. If you're not nice to people, this may not apply to you. But if you're a nice, genuine person in Uganda, most likely your neighbors will like you and will have your back no matter what. So
have salt when yours is
when you've run out of salt. So I think I miss that. And also raising kids in Uganda is really, really easier than raising kids here. So I say from my experience, but people are always happy to help you with a child. Oh, your child is crying. Nobody's going to look at you with an angry face. Well, one or two may do, but most people will be really willing to help you and ask you genuinely how your morning is, how your afternoon is, if you actually need help, are you hungry? It's different from when someone says, hi, good morning, how are you? And then they walk. They don't even hear your response. But here your neighbor is at the door and is like, so how are you? So how are the children? And they're grabbing on your child and they're loving on them. I think that's what I miss, that kind of community togetherness.
True.
I liked the trust in Uganda. It kind of seemed like people trusted each other more in a way. You know, like you're on a bus, somebody will share food with you. It's just natural.
They'll be like, oh, do you need gonja? And do you need...
Sister,
and even just telling you, they're having a discussion of like, where are you going? What are you doing here? I feel like many people are not afraid to open up and create new friendships. And they are solid friendships if we met, for example, I've met friends randomly on a taxi or somewhere,
and you end up
being friends, actually, like inviting them over for birthdays or weddings, and they become actual friends, which I feel like people here need some time to trust you, which makes sense because of what's going on in the world, but also because of how things are happening in the different countries and cultures. But that's you're right, like
But
about
the good thing
people
about
trusting.
that also is once you've built trust with someone this side, they really get to trust you. The only thing is that it takes time.
It may take a while, and they may never trust you.
It's true.
But for example, I miss that the blunt, genuine conversations you have with many
a nice sweater.
Ugandans.
Where did you buy? How much was it?
But like if I came to you and said, "How is my hairstyle?" Please, if you're traveling and you're a visitor, you're going to Uganda, don't do that, because they're going to tell you exactly what they feel.
Sister,
Not how
on your, how
they
do call this?
they won't tell you how they want you to feel. They're going to tell you exactly how it is. So if you have you've put on weight, don't ask any Ugandan back there that how do I look? Do I look nice? They're going to tell you exactly how you look. So you may not like that, which is different. I think people here are more polite, but also don't like to come at you so hard. Like, oh, Sam, you need a haircut. You better go do a haircut. Somebody in Uganda will say that, and coming from a good place. But the way they tell you is like over there. They tell you what they feel, and that's it. Deal
like
with
your
it.
hair looks like a bush.
Yeah.
You need to cut
I don't
it.
like your hairstyle. I mean, which salon did you go to?
Yeah, I remember when I had it was like a month, like a few months. Luna was like a few months old, and somebody said, "Oh, you have that baby weight," and I remember Mike didn't take that really nicely. He was upset, but I knew this person that was saying it was my friend and meant well, but because Mike was like, "Why would your friend say that?" So those are the things that you're going to battle with the
People are
different.
direct.
People are
Sometimes
direct,
good.
and if you're not ready for that, it's just like it's just a difference with how people will react or tell you point blank. And she was right, because I was weighing around 53 kilograms before I got pregnant. Here I was times 2 the weight I was. So she was actually honest to say, hey, you put on weight. But then she said it at the wrong time, I guess, and then it came out a little bit weird. But I read it and I was like, I know what she means. She just last saw me when I was small and now I'm big. So she was kind of trying to say, hey, you have actually added some weight, which is kind of funny. But then we're sitting down and Mike was like, that's not a friend. I said, she's still a nice person.
Friends who tell you things point blank.
Yeah. So what else do you miss, Sam?
Go out in public dressed really well, especially Sundays. People are sharp.
Especially Sundays.
People are dressed to the best of their ability. Even the Mosaic from Deep Village will ride on his bicycle, not have a single bit of dust on his shirt when he reaches down.
So you know what's funny? The thing here of like people having winter clothes or summer clothes. Now in Uganda, you're going to have your church attire. You're going to have your
Monday to Friday wear.
You have that Sunday nice attire. If it's one dress, that's the one nice dress. You're going to wash it. And on the other hand, I miss so many things back home. I miss walking on the street and seeing people, not so many cars driving by you. I miss that street. What do you say? People traffic.
People traffic.
Yeah, like just walking and you're surrounded by people, not suddenly by so many cars. Just walking and you're seeing so many people walking towards you and walking the same direction.
It's so easy to get from point A to point B in Uganda. Like you could just get a boda. The boda knows the whole city.
Yep.
Tell them where to go, and it's cheap.
They know people, they know rumors, they know all the information. You can talk, and they take you around.
The other day,
you can bargain a bit even with that person if it's a 3K boda ride. You get it down to 2K. And then the matatus and buses, they get places where you need to go. It's all easy to figure out once you're there.